Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6-Minute Daily. It is a wonderful Wednesday out there. Let's hope you all are having an extraordinary day. We have so much to discuss and not a terrible lot of time to do it in. We also have many of you out there who are major contributors to the channel that I just want to say thank you very much. We had a great, wonderful live stream to watch this morning over at Loki's Mornings of Mischief, Stone Cold Loki's channel. He is always extraordinary. What a great watch. What a great person. I want to say thank you to AI Bats. Hope you are having a great summer, CC. I am. It's been an extraordinary summer, and thank you, my friend, for the $10 super duper chat. Much appreciated. Got to catch that one as it came in. We've got so many of you out there that help the channel. We are growing again, finally, thanks to all of you, and thanks for sharing out the videos. It's been helping a great deal. So many different stories lately, and they just keep coming. I could do 5 or 7 stories a day as videos and still have plenty of material for the 6-Minute Daily. I want to say a special thank you to SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor, who has been here for a very long time in support of the channel, along with this $10 super chat saying maybe Marvel should press the big red button and vault it. They should, actually. Who is the most foolish, the fool or the one who follows the fool into the abyss? In my yard, the Froggy friend came back from last summer. That's awesome. Yeah, I love them. I forget what they're called, but there are frogs in Hawaii that are very invasive. They're lousy with them. Can't get rid of them. Pretty amazing stuff there, especially on the Big Island. Kyoki frogs, something like that. Anyway, Ruby Hoove gifts a CultureCasino membership as well. So thank you so very much, dear. And thank you for all that you guys do. You guys have no idea how appreciative I am. And, we do keep our own kind of fires working and burning, by the way, just not as loud as my friend Loki does. Anyway, if you ever are looking for something to do in the morning before the show, it's a good place to start. You'll likely be sent over to Makini Draw's channel for a little bit, and then you can come here and get everything that you're looking for. Yeah, what a great day, folks. What a great day. The stuff happening within the administration is real. True story. It's been happening at an accelerated rate, in fact. There's going to be a lot of revelations supposedly today, but the one I'm going to focus on is going to be about the Wall Street Journal and what's actually going to happen there. I want to say thanks again to Ruby Hoove for a $5 super chat as we head into the home stretch right before the show. And she says, hi, Hoove and I are running errands. We'll be listening. Have a great one. Thank you. And thank you to you both. And say hi to Hoove. He was a lot of fun to hang out with this last weekend. That's right. This coming weekend is the regular member chat that we have every month. So please, if you are a member of any stripe, come and attend. It'll be fun. It's private, so you don't have to be on camera. You don't even have to be on mic. You can just come and hang out. Always a good time. All right, folks, we're ready. All right, folks, 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, wherever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, and we have 17 stories to get to, 18, 19 maybe. More than a few. So let's take care of them. Right now, Trump says Wall Street Journal, the WSJ, and Murdoch want to settle defamation suit. And you know what? This was actually predicted by many various outlets. This is something that's going to happen, and it's going to get pushed out of the way, and it won't even be done from the editorial side of the equation. No, this will be directly from the C-suite and, of course, the family, because this is the worst thing you want hanging over your head when there's a lot of other information that's been happening on the positive side of the current administration. So keep your eyes out. Maybe sometime today or tomorrow we'll hear actually specific, well, not maybe specific terms, but we're going to get some specific information. Matt Shackman is giving us specific information on why the Fantastic Four didn't give continuity to Thunderbolts in a post-credit scene. Well, because they couldn't. They had to change the end of the movie. They reshot it. You have to remember the reshoots that we were talking about right at the beginning of the year, at that point in time in January when they were still not having a completed script, probably kind of like Doctor Doom and the Doomsday garbage. But anyway, that post-credit scene that we all saw from Thunderbolts, that's the way the movie was going to end. But instead, they had to change it so they could try to eke some money out of a very terrible film. And they will. They'll eke some money out of it, but it won't be positive side of the ledger. In fact, it's losing money all the time. Watch today's video to find out why. Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore 2 debuted to a record 48.7 million views, the highest Netflix US film opening ever. Congratulations to Adam Sandler. We've got South Park moving their second episode premiere back a week. Not for any other reason, probably than to just take another victory lap on how much fun that first episode was. And you've really made it when you're being satirized by, the folks over at South Park. Good, bad, or indifferent, at least you're on TV as a cartoon character like Charlie Kirk. We've got the Naked Gun reviews coming in right now. Liam Neeson skewers himself as an engaging goofball, grab bag of reboot that rarely shocks you into laughter. Well, I don't know about that, but I imagine that it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see it. And I will review this movie as well, probably this weekend. We've got Samantha Bee saying CBS canceling The Late Show with Colbert. That's a no-brainer. People are just not tuning in, and she's right. And she didn't stop. She said other things, that would tell you that they were losing money. Hemorrhaging, I think was her word. Speaking of hemorrhaging things, TV's collapsing. We've talked about this on many occasions, and digital firebrands are suddenly in demand. That's right. They are looking for the people on the right side of the ledger, and they're, people like Brett Cooper, Pat McAfee, and of course, Dave Portnoy. You're going to start to hear those people more and more frequently on mainstream television to try to survive. Speaking of, here's what she said. She said, Late Show was hemorrhaging money. People aren't tuning in. Yeah, it was a no-brainer. Thank you, Samantha Bee. She would know. She had the same problem. Anyway, European creators slam AI Act implementation, warning that copyright protections are failing, and, everybody's going to lose control of the stuff that they own. And that's a bad thing. We'll have to see how far this goes. We already know the EU is trying to tear everything apart and tear it down to the rafters. And they might actually succeed at the rate they're going right now. The U.S. economy rebounded, and it's not surprisingly strong, you silly gooses. Oh, wait, it's the AP. Sorry. Yeah, of course. To them, it's shocking. The things that we said that we fear-mongered over did not happen. Oh, no. Speaking of oh no, Trump announces 25% tariff on India and unspecified penalties for buying Russian oil. I think India is going to turn around and come back to the table soon enough. And they're probably seeing that BRICS isn't quite working out. Speaking of other things that may not work out, Trump's latest tariff deadline is approaching, and here are the deals that the U.S. has announced so far. You can see there's an awful lot of them, including the one with the EU, which was most important. But the global market panic, again, the fearmongers over at AP really want you to believe that this is a bad thing for us as we start to bring in record amounts of revenue through tariffs. U.S. stocks hold steady as the countdown ticks to a Federal Reserve decision, which means the interest rates are going to be unchanged because Powell is a douche. In fact, Federal Reserve likely to stand pat on rates this week, deepening the gulf between Powell and Trump. The guy's not getting renewed. He knows he's not going to stay in that position. We're going to put somebody in there that's worth a damn and is willing to make the country great again. We've got Trump's EPA moving forward to getting rid of the garbage that was installed under Obama, called the endangerment finding, based on absolute garbage science. So a lot of the stuff that has been powering climate change things, there's that. Trump is kicking boot, says Jedi Master 22 for $2 American. I agree. Big old boot. Speaking of boot, another bear was spotted in Charles County. Nearly an hour-long visit was caught on all the security cameras. That's right, just moseying around, tearing things up. Look at this. The bins, everything. Was just checking out the barbecue grill and all the various places that could try to, grab some food. This is going to happen more and more frequently, and so will attacks. So, folks, do me a favor. Be bear aware. And with that, that's the end of the portion of the 6 Minute Daily that's all news. Now we talk to you in bonus time. I hope everybody's doing great. It's wonderful to see everybody. I saw Tobach, the Batcap, Tony Piacente, Penny, Carl Singh. Look at all these great humans. We are so blessed. We have the best chat on all platforms and the best moderators as well. So I want to say thank you again to Jedi Master. You are amazing. And again, check out Loki show before this one if you are up extra early and you're looking for somebody to not only entertain you, but inform you. And after all, that's the whole point. To be on this platform, to entertain, to inform. That's why we're here. And it's why we do what we do each and every day. So Weatherman doesn't look for a shout out because, oh no! The weatherman sent a gifty. Did he? I bet you. And I don't see him. Where's he at? Oh! Weatherman sent a gifty yesterday that I missed. I thought I got it. If I didn't, I'm going to say I'm sorry. That's right. But we love Weatherman around here. Does amazing things. Just amazing. So yeah. You guys are phenomenal. Look at all the support we get here, even when we're in the middle of the show and I'm yammering away like one of those characters on the Canadian characters on South Park. So yeah, but boy, do we have stuff. We the crazy things happening in the news potentially today, live is shocking. Supposedly there's going to be some new intelligence dropped today that's just been recently declassified. I don't know if that's going to go over very well uh, with certain people. Some people might be implicated in some wild things, maybe that they really didn't want other people to know, and were trying to keep hidden. This is going to be an odd day. Again, if that is accurate information that's released today, if that's actually what happens, I'll say this. Um, it's gonna mix up things that are happening on the country scale anyway. A lot of things would be called into question. Kind of like the fact that it was revealed yesterday that the Elizabeth Warren, you guys might be familiar with her as Fakeahontas. She may have had a use of the auto pen. Wild stuff. If any of it turns out to be true, that's crazy. Yeah, the only person that is supposed to use the auto pen, and only for like unimportant documents, ceremonially significant documents, but nothing more than that, is the president of the United States. It's not supposed to be used by anybody else, and there's no like thing that actually makes that illegal. It's illegal for another person to use it. It's been a very bad idea from the very beginning, and it lends itself to having a vacationing president taken advantage of by staff, which is quite possible. Yeah. We got whoa, Dragon Queen. Goodness gracious. For 2 Culture Casino cash. Says my has been review goes up after lunch. Oh, for sure, Dragon Queen. I will be there to check that out. I am a I'm interested. Many a person wants people to watch um that particular endeavor, and I'm going to be keen on saying what you think, because I may chase you down that rabbit hole. Let's see who else is out there. We got so many people out there. You guys are wonderful. Tony Tiger's out there, and nothing will happen. I hope that's not true, because part of the conversation around some of the stuff this morning has been the acknowledgement by the administration that unless something happens because of some of these actions, it'll never stop, and it needs to. And I know it could harm. It could harm the political parties on both sides and individuals in those parties, but we have to stop corruption. We have to stop the the double dealing and the actions to the detriment of the union, because that's what this is. I mean, and I'm not overstating it. The union is threatened. The union of states is threatened when you don't deal or mete out justice even-handedly. We do not in this country have room for a two-tier justice system. And that's something that we've been dealing with for a long period of time. I want to say thank you to Juliet out there using the wrench, saying hi to people. Grim is in the house. We got Cynthia Carter. Good to see you, dear. Hope everything's going well. Randy Thodo, vacationing president. Yeah, a lot of vacation days. I guess when you get old, you need a lot of naps, or in the case of the current administration, a lot of golf. I don't know. It's a lot of golf. Tony Piacente for 5 Culture Casino cash says, well, that the I can't read it. What the heck? I need to clean my glasses. That's my bad. I'll just say this. The inmates were running the asylum during the previous administration under Joe Biden. Yeah. I kind of feel bad in a way because culpability will be, hard to hand out evenly in that situation. A lot of people that were administering the duties of the auto pen are going to be looking at some weirdness, let's say. Corbin Dallas, the winner of the one and only Gemini Croquette Contest. Gemini, good to see you. Says for 9 months. My goodness. And thank you for all that support. Thank you for your fantastic box office reports. Thank you. I tried to mete it out twice, just like Justice. Yeah, last night you got a Monday box office report at night. Why? Well, because they didn't release the numbers until the very late part of the afternoon, which seems strange. It took a very long time for Disney to release those numbers, and you can imagine why. It was embarrassing at a weak Monday at $10 million. I wonder if we'll get the Tuesday numbers any sooner. Hard to say. But look, I mean, Superman was sitting at almost $3 million on what, the third Monday, fourth Monday? I think Superman's in pretty decent health. I do. Is it going to be profitable? I don't know. Is it going to be uh is it going to hit break even? It's doubtful. Could it? Sure. But if you watched the video that I dropped about the budgets, they're both a little high. They're both a little higher than they had advertised. And again, one of the things I want to explain while we're in a live show is this. When a studio publishes a budget, that's the starting point. It's like, you go on vacation, you set a budget, but then you see this vase that you have to have and you spend an extra $500. Well, yeah. Yeah. There's that. And that's something that happens on a movie set all the time, every day, multiple times. You're constantly spending way more money than you'd set aside to do the project. And all of a sudden, you've got your spouse wanting to add a pool to the backyard. You know what I mean? I mean, your budget's one thing. What gets spent is something else entirely. And not a lot of people are fiscally responsible. And everybody in Hollywood wastes money like it's water. So, yeah. No bueno. I enjoyed a review from a different perspective than mine, which didn't flame people for liking the movie. No, I think, hey, look, like what you like, love what you love. I'm not here to yuck your yum. I've never have been. You don't have to agree with me. I will tell you what I think and what my perspective is. And some of my perspective will vary wildly from other people because of my familiarity with the source material. Um, it's like the weird thing. I couldn't understand the hate for the Superman movie. Um, I and for a change, I didn't have to complain too much about the MCU and CGI, other than in a couple of spots in the movie, like the ridiculous CGI that surrounded a very real costumed person playing Galactus. Believe it or not, for a lot of the stuff you saw with Galactus, that was actually that actor that I talked about before the movie came out. He was actually in a costume, but they fluffed it up so much with CGI, it kind of made it very surreal. Do you see? Yeah. Please don't feel bad. Oh, I don't. I feel fine. I feel good. Like I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. Hey, Jedi Master 2022 Lost in Space in classic sci fi says, da, 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 they want to destroy our Republic culture. I believe so. And thank you for being here for 5 months, my friend. We appreciate you. I also appreciate your comments. It's awesome. Let's see who's here. The problem with being a pure constructionist about the auto pen is that it wasn't invented until after the Constitution was written. It's like claiming that we can't regulate the Colorado River. No, I understand, and I'm not. And again, I am not. But um, I believe a person who presides over the office of the president should be the only one signing our bills. If you want to sign a proclamation, a ceremonial document, sure. If you happen to be out, ensuring the sanctity of the national parks, and an assistant needs to, proclaim happy magical Thursday, day, that's a nonsense thing. So it doesn't mean anything. It's nothing more than ceremonial. Doesn't really have a lot of effect. It's not like enacting a law or pardoning a criminal or any of the other things for which the auto pen was used in a official capacity. I think it's very clear, which is also why I hate the voting by remotely. I think that's illegal as anything. You know, you were hired by people to do the job, and if that means that you have to not be in Washington 11 months of the year outside of your vacations, like the one you're going on here soon or may have already begun, so be it. It used to be you'd go in for X number of days, do all the country's business, and then return to your district. Not just because you are on horseback or on trains back then, but because that's where you're supposed to be. Those are the people you represent. They're called your constituents. And that's just the way the government is supposed to work. Let's see, what do we got? Jeff Elm says scope creep. Indeed. Indeed. Good to see you, Jeff. Davina Duckworth in the house, just like the Google search. I'm starting to get a little irritated with just how much private entities try to slowly acquire from us, citizens. Um, Again, I will acknowledge, because I'm not foolhardy enough to believe that I am not the product, because I am. We are all the product when it comes to things like Google Chrome. You're the product. You are being tracked 3 ways to Sunday in your browser history. But now it seems on many video platforms outside of Rumble, I haven't heard that they're doing this yet, but the entities are going to start to use AI to comb through what you type in the chat, what you type in comments, what you produce yourself, to try to suss out whether or not you are of age. But that's not all they're going to do. That AI is set up to monitor you, and it's going to be an even stronger form of, are you participating in wrong think? That's the problem. The slippery slope. All of that. Let's not pretend that that's not what it's going to be used for, because it is. Look at what's happening in the UK in the name of nonsense. So, regardless, I think today is going to be interesting. I think observationally, we will start to see at least some exposure of some of the people that participated in some very nefarious acts. And that's the way it is. Biggest missed opportunity in supers. Oh, hang on. Listen to Robert. Robert is the filmmaker. You can see his film right now for free on Tubi with limited commercials. Check out 15 Days. That's right, the numerals 1 5 and the word days, as in, to stop the expanse of something. Didn't work. Also was longer than 15 days. Biggest missed opportunity in Soups was the boy begging for him, holding the flag, and he didn't show. Should have been his big moment with the theme blaring. Trying to be in two places at once. Well, he sent the B team or the C team, depending upon your perspective. But I tell you what, Guy Gardner, his lantern wasn't going to miss the opportunity. I mean, the flying middle fingers and such. So that's all true. Magnify says, I'm not here. I'm there. Yes, you are, Tom. Great to see you over on the Green Machine, along with Low Spec, Ms. Pick Cafe Tobach. And of course, we are missing the great and powerful Weatherman, which makes me sad. But BMO Beta is over there, along with the beautiful Deep Bow, and Crazy White Boy. That's right. That's right. That's right. Dr. Jill is everywhere, so I'm just going to say hi, Dr. Jill, and thank you. That's that. That is all. All right, let's keep going. What do you guys have to say? But culture, won't someone think of the children? It's too late for us here in the UK. We're cooked. I don't know if that's true. I think there is a point in time when leadership here in the States says, knock it off right now. True story. Speaking of Stone Cold Loki, the man himself, he's a good man with a good show and a good heart. He's a little fiery today. I had to send him a super chat. He was very fiery. He says, Windows taking pics of what you're doing, government looking at what you do and what's on your hard drive. Doesn't matter if you clean as a whistle. It's Big Brother for everybody. Yay. Yeah, that's true. But I will still try to prevent all kinds of things, including this dumb AI thing they keep trying to foist upon me, which I have zero interest in. Did you guys catch last night's Late Show? That's right. We had Lord and Apollo on the WDW Pro channel last evening. It was a hoot and a half. Lots of fun. I derailed the show every chance I could. The only thing I didn't do is accidentally end the show early. Do check that out. It's amazing. And Stone Cold Loki saying hi to the man himself, D. Bud Martin. What a good man. All right. Microsoft can't even roll out Windows updates without screwing up people's systems. That's so very true. Speaking of things that are amazing, though, Angela Richter dropped a Culture Casino membership. Somebody get that. Get that. Go get it. It's free. Thanks to the largesse of Angela Richter and her beautiful, beautiful big kitty. Look at a big kitty. Okay. Anyway, so there's that. Da, da, da. Skull Loki, indeed. Once again, thank you, Angel. Looks like John Gibson III cleaned up on that particular super duper chat. The gifted membership. So there you are, and well done. Donovan Bradford's out there. We got, I think I already did Corbin Dallas. Marvin fell asleep during the show, it seemed like, but I will defend Marvin to the wall. He worked like 17, 18 hours yesterday. He did not, I don't think he probably really slept till he hit the pillow right after the show. So it was great to hang out. It was a good time. Barry, the Music Man. I watched till Summer Shizzle was played and I tune out. Yeah. I don't think we're going to see a lot more of that, by the way. I'm not a massive fan of the shiz. I left that absolute relationship back in 2012. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm Ubuntu. I think I'm gonna. I haven't picked out my distro, but it's coming soon. So it's coming soon. Speaking of coming soon, John Gibson says for $4.99, best beat. Hang on, I gotta blow these up. I need to clean my glasses. Best beat are really every in watch check the bear from WW2. We're checking out. I believe I've seen uh, that story. I think Fat Electrician actually did a bit on it. I'll go do some more research. But I think that was the right bear. Yeah, good stuff. We need animals. Animal stories. I like them. You and Marvin were both very. I was exhausted. Like Marvin, I'm usually up really early. This morning I was up at 4 something, 4:15, 4:20, somewhere in there. Yeah, my eyes pop open and I immediately start to think about, let's do this today. I want to do that today. I want to do this extra special thing because I appreciate each and every one of you. So, yesterday my extra special ended up being a second video. And again, there are 2 videos yesterday, 1 today, maybe get another one later today. I don't know. We'll see. But I've also got to put together all the videos for Campione because we were supposed to drop a video this morning and couldn't. So I'm going to be getting with the ladies and recording some more. So there's that. I just want to say thanks again, John, for the super duper chat. I just put a little heart icon on it. So thank you. Da-da-da. I think we're switching to a new flavor of Linux server, and our PCs will be Ubuntu. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm tempted. There are a couple distros I've seen that seem interesting. Plus, I need to build a new home lab. So, Big H, I'm back. Getting over UTI and been phoneless almost 2 weeks after almost pulling something while getting AC in a window. How your past week been? LOL. Mine's been great, but it's great to see you, Big H. Been wonderful. Um, I frequently would drop my phone off roofs and stuff like that, and then I always had these giant protective cases on it. Sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. But the minute I removed the case from my phone, I haven't broken it since. So, what does that tell you? Yeah, 4 something a.m. Yeah, that's me. Please lay back down and go back to sleep. I might. Midnight Itch in the morning is coming up in about 45 minutes. You're not going to want to miss today. Looks like they're going to have some wonderful discussions. I have to drive entirely across town and take care of myself. So there's that. Zeb the Zombie. Hit the like button for culture. Thank you, Zeb. Much appreciated. And yes, that does make a difference. Lick the like lovingly if you choose, or punch it, whatever. Click it. You know, YouTube doesn't like a lot of words, and it doesn't get context because I was actually mocking the idea that without context, almost everything is evidence against you. Also, that's absolutely true. Yeah. And again, the assumption always is that you are bad. That's the starting position of everything, including the government now, and especially corporations. Which we know better than you. We're going to force you into this way of thinking. Okay. Mint is the best place to start these days. Really? Okay. I take your word for it, my friend, to find a distro. I used to program PCMS, so it needs 7. Oh, PC's Microsoft, so it needs 7. I think well, I want to go back to Windows 95. Sorry, I want to go back to the the distribution that went from Chicago to the actual live release version. I still actually have a well, I don't know if it's functioning now, but I used to have I just need to go find the PC and plug it in. A working copy of Windows 95. 97 was fine, but this Windows 11 that they're going to try to force us to go to in October is baloney sausage, complete garbage. And again, all they're doing is locking you down. I'm gonna if I end up having to stick with Windows for a little while longer, I'm going to figure out how not only to block all telemetry, but to just completely keep Windows out of my business. You know that if you unplug from the interwebs and you use terminal, there's a series of commands that you can type in to circumvent having to sign in ever with a Microsoft account. You don't need it. You never did. So Jaffa says I tried various Linux distros. Can't stick with one. I always end up back on Windows or Mac because of the creative software I use. Yeah. Um, hmm. Just run a just run a virtual machine. Um, Tom slew Fantastic Four yesterday. I bet he did. He's not wrong though. I mean, think about it. Just and not only that, the trend is bad. It tapered. It tapered during the course of the weekend. They never should have combined Thursday and Friday ever. It's now going to kick them in the pants every time, and it will always look like the interest in something they make is lower than it genuinely is because it diminishes between Friday's double earnings and Saturday. And so you get a negative perception right away financially when you used to get a super uber positive one. But I could imagine Tom went nuts on it, to be fair. It's the Phobos in the house. Great to see you. Hey, popcorn power. Yes, Culture Casino is such a based boy. I try to be. I bet she killed it on Flashcast. Holy cow. Yeah. What do we got? We got Ms. Pig Cafe doing all the great things. PCMs for cars and bikes. Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, there's a lot of extra there. What do we got? Zeb the Zombie is listening to the live show at work. Awesome. Makes my day go much better. Well, you're going to be redirected to another one, although they don't start for another 39 minutes or so, maybe longer. Windows 98 SE, that works, and it worked just fine, but we had to upgrade. No, Windows 95 is wubbish, Jaffo says. Well, I liked it. A lot of people liked Windows XP. It had lots of security flaws. It was like they were discovering multiple of them every day. I mean, do you remember that? I bet you Tom does. Mr. DeMark found you. Well, thank you. And I appreciate that. It's great to be found. I I thought it was discovered by France, but it turns out it was Mr. DeMark with a cool name. I love that. Thanks for being here. We love it. Our numbers grow. It's wonderful. Caradwin, good to see you. Da, 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 da. Is the Phobos. Anti-Spy for Windows 10 by Ashampoo, there we go, is your friend for blocking telemetry without having to edit the registry. Works on Windows 11 too. Okay, thank you very much, my friend. Istophobos, I appreciate it. If I have to go to the dreaded 11, I now have a fix. Thank you for that. Hey, Commander Ed, Striker of Shadow. Striker of Shadow. Striker. Good to see you, buddy. YouTube keeps trying to hide you. And Pro, sadly. That's been happening a lot, Mr. DeMarc. I'm telling you. That's you got to. I know this is a big ask for people, but you're gonna have to like work with your feed yourself, especially if you're on a PC or a Mac or whatever. It allows you to like customize your feed. But one of the magic tricks to solve like getting the creators you like consistently is to watch if they're video makers, two of their videos in a row. If you watch two of their videos in a row once a week, for whatever reason, back-to-back video watching helps establish the people that you watch. So let's say you want to watch Pro. Pro has playlists, I'm sure. If you want to, guarantee it, go in there, click on his playlist every couple days, watch, one or two videos you haven't seen. He makes 4 a day, so that's pretty easy. And then, and then that's going to like keep you good for a week, supposedly. And that was from that was from YouTube themselves, is to watch consecutive videos from the same creator, and it kind of locks you in. Also, if you hit a thumbs up button, if you chat, they're looking for more engaged views is what they're calling them now. This was one of the things that a lot of us didn't pay attention to, weren't made aware of, whatever you think. The algorithm shifted pretty dramatically, and it seemed to start to favor the legacy media folks and their garbage that you're pummeled with almost immediately from the time you start a YouTube account. You have to eventually find the people you're interested in, and the algorithm's pretty good about finding you adjacent creators, but not consistently recommending the same ones. Again, unless you watch them consistently. Like there are creators that I watch regularly that I don't think I even have a subscription to, um, because they're in my feed all the time. So I'm just always there. So, and when you see like big numbers of subscribers, that's not always it. It's about engagement and views. So some smaller channels do better than some giant channels, believe it or not, because if you look at the views, they're way up there. Robert for 2, Culture Casino. Cash says, in Vegas this weekend, drop everything and meet. LOL. Man, I really wish I could. I'm going to be traveling a decent chunk of August. I'll be doing shows from the road and videos from the road and everything, but that's August. I'm going to be traveling a lot. I don't know that I can squeeze extra time in there, but maybe Robert. And keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Again, go check out Robert's video over on Tubi for free with limited commercial interruptions. Very good. 15 days. 15 days. I'm 3 minutes behind now. Yeah, Libra office. Yeah. I remember. Looks like we made it. No, it's Roland the Wretched. Thank you, Roland. You see me rolling, hating. Roland says, looks like the wax side. Would you stop it? The chat jumped. Roland's fine. Looks like the wax side is growing, Culture. Erica was smiling the whole time during my chat yesterday. She will be joining the wax side. The wax side. You will join the wax side. You know what? I can see you as like an emperor type. Yeah. Yeah. Unlike comics who thinks you're like that Brazilian judge guy. But anyway. She will be joining the wax side soon. Just have to know what you have on Jonas. It is really sad. You are extorting him. I'm not extorting him. I actually have legitimate friends that don't want to see the amount of harm that will come to me from a waxing. I am not without hair. In fact, I actually have people affectionately call me Harry Man, which I think is great. So, but thank you, Roland, for the $20 in support. You are a good man. I like you. I appreciate you. You're a good friend too, except for this hair fascination you have. Wild. Feliato, having more subscribers than views is detrimental. That's true. People should drop the like and subscribe for you. That's 100% true. Feliato just spelled it out. That's exactly how the algorithm looks at things now. Yeah. Yeah. If you're watching at least 85% of the videos, you are doing your favorite creators a huge favor. If you watch all the way through, that is like, that's like a touchdown. Even the goofy stuff, like my ending pointing at you thing. Some people have called me out on. They're like, you need to say different things. So I started saying different things. Yeah. And that's going to be the next thing. I may actually put a comment, like pin a comment on videos now. It says, what did I say at the end of the video? Anyway. Randall Orser sounds like a sweet setup. Randall Orser is amazing. We have, like I said, we have people from all over the world. We've got people, I have people in Japan watching me. I get people in some foreign countries that I won't say on YouTube. I've got lots of people in various parts of Europe. I appreciate all of you. I really do, genuinely. So whether you're watching right now live or on the replay, if you are watching on the replay, in the chat below, quickly type hashtag replay gang and let me know. Also, let me know where you're from. I'd love to know where everybody's from. And I'm going to start when I'm starting to travel, I'm going to start to post where I intend to be for some significant period of time. For those of you in Central Florida, you can expect to see me towards the end of August. So there's that. Big H. The screams would be even be after death. That's true. Yeah. Waxing will be a loud event. That's very, very true. All right. Randall, I do love the Mac Mini. Oh, they're great, especially if you can convert them straight up to something Linux. It's really good. In fact, technically, X, the OS, was built on a layered system. And I think you are interacting with the GUI side is what they, I believe, called Cocoa, if I remember correctly. Yes, I know. By the way, it's where the film is based. And if that's a local bar and the people that were in it that are in your movie, I got to go there. Looks fascinating. Looks like the place I used to go when I was in my 20s. All right. Morning, Darth Gutierrez. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. Great to see you. Been a minute. Oh yeah. I think Comics is probably going to be signed up for a Friday suffering stream for games, but they haven't been making him suffer lately. They've been letting him play like Stellar Blade and stuff. So yeah. All right. Well, I unfortunately have to go to an appointment. You'll probably understand soon. I've been going to appointments every Monday and Wednesday. And then I've got some odder appointments coming up here as well. So one of the things that you find as you get older is you go to more appointments. It's true. So there's that. So I will need to climb into my vehicle and get going. But I just want to say thanks to everybody this morning. We had a great stream. We had great conversation. I love that I get to interact with you guys in the chat. And I truly appreciate the generosity of amazing folks out there like Tender Warrior 68. Amazing. And thank you for 5 Culture Casino memberships. There's 5 new folks in the chat that have joined us, the Culturians. It's going to be awesome. Thank you very much. Seriously, Tender Warrior. Thank you. Histophobos. You also have to pee more. It's true. It actually, after my coffee, I switched to water. I used to switch directly to tea, but I saved the tea for later in the day. But the problem is that I get sleepy earlier, um, and like it's almost uncontrollable. If I wish I had the nap gene. Sometimes I'm able to take a nap, but I wish I had the nap gene where I could just like take a quick nap, power nap, and back up. Be awesome. But anyway. Coming, Dallas. Already saying see ya. But I just want to say again, thank you to Tender Warriors 68 for the 5 Culture Casino memberships at the end of the stream. And you are automatically redirected over to Midnight's Edge in the morning, although they are not live for another 30 minutes. So you can, feel free to, move about the country or check out the 2 videos, the one I dropped last night and the one that is up this morning. And we will see you very soon. So be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And I'm going to have Wilton throw me from the roof tomorrow. Today, you're going to get either a wizard or a bear dance. I don't know which. Oh, wait, hang on. We got another Rolling the Wretched for 2 Culture Casino cash. Ian is going to hurt this Friday. Come watch. I will. That'll be fun. I love it. All right, bear dance or wizard. Probably wizard. Anyway, see you later, guys. Have a great day and go check out the stuff I dropped. That will help. And maybe I'll see you guys in the chat on Midnight's Edge in the morning from the car because I'll just put it on Bluetooth and listen. See you guys.